global market started the new trading week on a cautious note as investors weighed geopolitical developments and key economic signals ahead of major inflation data in the United States. In early trading, S&P 500 futures were little changed as markets assessed progress in US-Iran nuclear talks and awaited closely watched inflation figures that could shape the Federal Reserve's next move. Nasdaq 100 futures edged up around 0.4%, while Dow futures added modest gains of about 48 points. Among individual stocks, Micron Technology stood out with gains of more than 5% ahead of its quarterly earnings expected later this week. In contrast, SpaceX extended losses, falling nearly 5% in pre-market trading and marking its third consecutive day of decline. Energy markets also reacted to geopolitical developments. Brent crude oil futures turned lower after earlier gains, following reports that US and Iranian officials had agreed on a roadmap toward a potential deal within 60 days, mediated by Qatar and Pakistan. Brent crude was last seen down around 1.6%, while US West Texas Intermediate also slipped after giving up earlier gains. In corporate developments, Chevron announced a long-term 20-year agreement to supply natural gas to Microsoft's planned Project Kilby data center in Texas. The facility, expected to begin operations in 2028, will require massive energy capacity, estimated at around 2.7 gigawatts. Meanwhile, deal activity continued to drive market momentum. Construction materials company Arcosa surged after reports that CRH will acquire the firm in an $8.5 billion deal. In the biotech space, Apogee Therapeutics jumped nearly 50% after AbbVie announced plans to acquire the company in a deal valued at about $10.9 billion. Treasury yields also moved higher at the start of the week, with the 10-year note climbing to its highest level since mid-June, reflecting ongoing market sensitivity to geopolitical risks and inflation expectations. European markets opened the week in positive territory, with gains led by Germany's DAX index, while the broader Stoxx 600 edged slightly higher. UK assets saw limited movement even as political developments weighed on sentiment. In Asia, markets closed mixed. Japan's Nikkei 225 hit a fresh record high, while Hong Kong shares slipped and mainland Chinese markets posted gains. South Korea and Australia also ended the session with modest moves in either direction. Turning to Pakistan, the benchmark KSE 100 index closed lower, losing around 450 points. Market activity remained strong, with heavy volumes, but sentiment stayed negative as declines outnumbered advances. Several heavyweight stocks came under pressure, while select gainers and high-volume counters continued to drive trading activity.